Well, what do you know? I knew that we needed to deal with this area because the joist cantilevers into the garage area to support this wall, and I knew we had to deal with that. So I was looking at that, uh, and I'm on my top of sill plate level, and I raised the top view and the cutting plane up so that I could pick up the first floor walls, and I turned off or I hid the plywood subfloor. And as you can see, these walls here are not on top of our sill plate and are not on top of our joist. So if we go to a section view, here's the wall, and here's our floor system and sill plate that has to be supporting it. So I think our easiest solution right now is to add another 3.5-inch sill plate in this area. And because the whole reason for doing this one so that it overhangs was to provide a place for that insulation to seal against. So in reality, they would probably use a 2x10 sill plate, or they would put two smaller pieces of lumber down. So we end up with 5 inches across here. So I'm just going to add another 2x4 flush with this inside corner here into the garage. And then we'll come back and edit the floor system to pull it out to that edge. And so I'm not gonna bore you with the details of me walking through all of that, but I'm gonna get these 3 walls right here fixed, and then I'll come back and do a video on how we're gonna fix this area right in here. So stay tuned. Hey. All right, I have what I what I did to fix this is I added a second sweep right here of another sill plate. I didn't edit the original one. I just added a second one. Same size, 3.5 inches. Um, and what you're looking at here is my top of sill plate layer level, and I just temporarily hid these first floor walls that came across here, um, and the plywood subfloor so that I could see the foundation wall. And let me go to a section view here. Here's the second sweep that I added. Okay, and then I moved my 2x10 header and end joist. I moved those out and aligned and locked them to the outside edge, which is the outside edge of the foundation wall. Okay, and so I moved these 4 headers out, extended this one a little bit, extended this one over so that they meet this one. It should have already been extended over, but anyway, you want to check that. And then I edited my floor joist system, my beam system, and I found if you just sometimes you can hover right in here and pick up the edge of the beam system. There we go. See it? Um, and I just did edit boundary and move those boundaries down. I haven't messed with this one yet because we're going to do a little bit of changing on that. But I pulled those down so that they so it extended that out. And then once I get finished in this area, I'll go back and look at my plywood subfloor. I think it should be okay here, but right here it's not. So we're gonna have to play with that a little bit. So let me pause the video and work on a solution for the cantilever joist because we got to do a little modifications in here. Here's the fix for the cantilever floor joist situation here. What I did is I took this joist out of my floor system and I unpinned it. Okay, unpinned it, and then just kind of drug the end of it back up here out of the way. Okay, I took this um, end joist here, extended it over. Well, first of all, I took the one that was here, copied it over to here because you have to have a double joist anytime you're changing directions like this. So I took the one from here, copied it over to here, and extended it out to center of the beam and against the end here. Then I extended this one over to join it, drew in a small double one here, okay, and then drug this one back down to join there. I drew my first one in here, dimensioned it 16 inches down, and then I just did an array down. I think I did five, 1, 2, 3, yeah, five of them, and then drew or copied, draw, whatever, another one across here. Now, there is a one under this wall if I hide this wall. Okay. And I got them a little bit long there, so I need to come back and adjust that. Um, Trim this one back, added a second one here, and then that pretty well takes care of it. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to do that one there because that was drawn in. And then I had to edit the plywood subfloor. So let me go to my first floor plan. So I just, went to a section view, picked it, edited the boundary to make sure those are right. I think those are okay, but I had to add this little piece in right here. And then we'll go to the section view here so you can see there's what the cantilever looks like. All right. Now, personally, I don't like this idea right here of a big open space underneath there. Um, but I'm not the designer of the house, and we have no indication of how they fixed that either. So we're just going to go with it the way that it is shown there. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let me move on to the next video. We got to do doors, windows, second floor framing, and stairs. So got a lot to do.